Hello, everybody. Welcome to Trading with Libal. This is Stefan Choi, and this is where I trade my own Reg T account, and I show you guys how I use LVX to trade. So, what do I do? Let me actually just go to my account. I'm pretty flat today. This is just marks. Yesterday, I made a few $1,200. When I was broadcasting last time, let me actually just go to this chart real quick. When I was broadcasting, basically I was debating whether I should hold on to my position, but when the market started going down, you see how it started going down right there? I just basically sold out. One of the strategies that I'm trying to use is not to hold the losers for too long, because I noticed that I have good trades, but sometimes I hold the losers out for too long of a time period, and it's hurt me. So I'm trying to eliminate that. Sometimes it's kind of tough. Is sometimes you kind of try to be disciplined and cut your losers short, and then what happens is then it reverses. But it's something you're just gonna have to deal with if you're gonna trade that way. And so far it's been doing okay. Yesterday it worked out great because on the SPX, let me actually go to the 5-day. Basically, right here was when I sold out, right? So when the market did this thing right here, maybe I should do 2 days. Right at this point was when I got out. Because first of all, basically the Greek news hit and it went down, but it had the previous day and bounced back, so you can see it bounced. But then when it couldn't really get back to where it was and it sold off right here, I basically had to get out of my position. I locked in some profit, and I'm glad I did because it just went straight down from then on. Right now, if I look at the VIX, so you guys know how I try to look at the 120-day versus 30-day. Everything about this whole market is in limbo. So it's a coin flip right now, right? You can kind of say maybe it'll go back to this 2000 range because that's what it's been doing. But if you look at the VIX, basically it's in the middle as well. So all these combinations making me neutral, and there's not really anything to really trade on. But there is a couple of stocks I thought was kind of interesting. I write for the Fidelity blog as well, and this one was a little interesting because people are buying a ton of these calls in SFUN. Hold on. Yeah, SFUN Holdings. Basically, well, I'll talk about this a little later. Okay. And what this company does is it's a Chinese internet company. Now, the thing that's so as you can see, it's been going down basically with the Chinese real estate market, which has been struggling for a little bit. But it was curious to me that people were buying a ton of these calls, right? So let me actually go to this. You see this bar right here? This is the cool stuff about this Libal X, is it's so easily, I can actually use this to start doing some analysis, right? So you can see on the 6th, 26,000 of these were bought. And basically all the way from 21 to like 51 cents or something. And looks like they're buying some more today. So I was kind of interested in possibly maybe taking a shot and buying some calls into earnings, but we'll see, right? So they've been buying a lot of these. I'm just curious. It's a real estate company. So let me actually go to, they have a website here. I think it's SFUN.com. So I think it's Chinese real estate. Obviously, you guys can't read any of this stuff. Neither can I. But let me actually translate it, and you can see it's like homes, new homes, secondhand housing, rentals. So that's kind of what they do, right? So you can kind of see how much the real estate is. Oh, it seems like it's almost like kind of like Zillow-like, and basically people are buying calls. So that was pretty interesting. So I thought maybe it might be a good, risk play. You can almost buy. You can see it's actually earnings is tomorrow before earnings. I mean tomorrow before the market opens. So it's going to be, I don't want to say it's all or none, but essentially you have to be willing to lose it all, right? So that's one. The other one is MannKind. I just got into this today. So what they do is it's a diabetes. It's a biotech company, right? But they have a better way of taking diabetes. I think you take it orally. I traded this a while back, and it has a pretty huge short position. So let me actually. Yeah, you can see it's 30% short float right here. So it's pretty massive. And in the past, just from my personal experience, not from anything else, when this has a short squeeze, it just has a really sharp squeeze, right? So like there are people who love this company. It's almost like a cult following just because diabetes is a huge problem in this country, and being able to take it orally is just a huge benefit. But it's not as clear as they can just, not everyone who takes diabetes can take it. There's all kinds of stuff. You can read a tons about it. But essentially, when there's a short squeeze in this stock, essentially you can have a pretty violent squeeze, right? So in the past, let me see if I can do weeklies. Yeah, so basically when you have short squeezes, it'll just run up, right? So here it ran up from like essentially 250 to like $7, and then here when it actually started having a short squeeze, it went from 650 to maybe 11. So right now I'm thinking the short squeeze started around 580. So we'll see how it goes. I have no real intention of like keeping this till earnings or any other news. But as you can see, I bought 10 of each, and I'm up about $200. I'm thinking maybe if I can get, I'll see. If this thing squeezes to like 950, I'll get out. But even if it starts showing weakness and starts rolling over, I'll probably get out. So I don't want to lose, get out of this losing. So essentially, if this thing starts going back down, I'll get out probably for less of a profit, and I'll ride it up as much as I can as long as it keeps going up. Now, one thing that is crucial is this is a biotech, so if they do announce, I might not get a chance to get out. It's not something like it's going to drop like by 2% and 3% and I can decide to get out. It can actually drop by like $2 and these could be worth nothing. So for those of you guys who are thinking about getting into it, that's what you guys got to analyze. So other than that, there's nothing much going on. I'm just waiting for the market to make its decision. Basically, my thinking is either it's going to bounce somewhere here and then go up and set a new high, or it's going to just break through and revisit the bottom channel that it's been trading at. So either way, it's in the middle. Right now, I'm not. Normally, if I saw this, I would be leaning very short. But just there's a couple of things that's not making me lean that way, which is the VIX is definitely saying that I should lean that way. But the other thing is basically the earnings were out and they were pretty good. I see the treasuries are kind of going down. I'll see whether this thing pops up. The oil, have to see. It looks like oil is kind of rebounding. Have to see where this is going. So there's a couple of things that are on my mind that's preventing me from really shorting the market, because the two sectors, the XLF and the XLE, energy and the financial, have been relatively strong. And usually I don't want to bet against those two indices or ETFs if those two segments of the market are doing well. So in general, I'm kind of like in the middle until I'm sure there's no real reason to, I think, make a trade. Right now, the only thing I'm kind of dabbling on is this MannKind, and I'll just wait for the short squeeze to end and then get out. One other thing that's kind of interesting is LinkedIn. Not so much I like LinkedIn, but in this period of earnings, you can see how Netflix had good earnings, and then it had like pretty good follow through. Same thing with Amazon, had good follow through. And so I guess the question is, will that happen with LinkedIn and have another couple of days of follow through? So even though you might have not bet or traded for the earnings, you might actually, this might actually run up another $20, but you know, we'll see. I had some Twitter call spreads, like 39. I'll show you guys. And just so you guys know, I didn't buy this for the earnings. I had this spread on a very long time when actually Twitter was 42 bucks, and then it went down to 36, and now it's back up to 47. But it's this spreads that I put on months ago, like 6 months ago or something. So, you know, I'm just holding on to it. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope your trading is going well, and hopefully the market will give us some signs to which way it's leaning towards. Take care and have a good night.